What's up, guys? I'm back with an update video here. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you can see, I've already ran my bonestock car in Osceola earlier this year. It didn't go so well, I guess you could say. I did not make it past my heat, but I had fun. So I'll show you guys what all happened to the car, and then in this video as well, I'm going to show you guys how I go about fixing bone stocks like this, and in hopes to get another run out of it. It'll be a cleanup show because I'm already max plated for our shows around here, and I didn't have time running the limited welds and whatnot. But so right now I'm going to show you guys what all happened to the car. I got hit in the trunk a few times. It rolled about perfect for my opinion. On this side, I guess I got hit here pretty good. As you can see, it shoved the door in and whatnot, but rolled at both notches about perfect. And then my bumper actually came into the trunk and everything tied in. The trunk lid went a little goofy, but I'll get it all fixed up and work in order again. So I believe my humps are good. Looks like it might be bending a little bit down there, but that's to be expected with what went on. In front of the humps is alright. Side rail is good. Well, from behind the tire forward to up there a little bit, it's all good. Up there is a whole different story. So this side packed in. I got hit here, so it cleared for my tire, but in getting hit there, it pushed this side out, which it looks like it came out a little bit behind the hump. It looks like it all kind of bowed outward a little bit. I'm not going to worry about that. All I'm going to worry about is getting the sheet metal and stuff in, which I probably won't show that on video because I'm just going to hit it with a sledgehammer a lot. So I do like how it rolled because this is kind of a weapon, in my opinion, for how it came about, because back of this car sat pretty low, so if anybody's going to hit me, obviously they hit there because that's where they were hitting, but I can use that to take tires out or something. It's all good up to here, a few little scratches. I have this on because it was a duo car at one point in time. In the front, I drove kind of stupid. As you can see, the front's pretty high. Well, I was always having issues with this side. I pushed it back out after chaos because it pushed back real hard, and as you can see, the rail kind of turned to mush. Once I get the tires off, I'll show you guys a little bit more of how it bent, because I really don't know at this point in time. All I do know is that it's not good. The side rail is dumping right here. It's rotating the box. It's actually crushing the crusher box itself. And then the side rail between my plate and here, underneath, I guess it's all bent. I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see there how it pushed it all in again. But from the looks of it, from what I could see, everything from the bumper to the back of the arm is golden. It's all good. It didn't roll my horns or anything, like I've been seeing a lot of cars, especially with the pointy on it. It didn't roll nothing. I could steer. I didn't lose steering at all. It doesn't look like anything's wrong there. I'll go over to the other side and kind of show you guys what happened over here. It's all to the passenger side because of how it went in the crush box. This side didn't go so bad. I guess you can say it went pretty bad, as you can see, because my rail's up in the firewall right now, and when I pull it down, it'll have a big old gap there. This side really ate the crush box. You can see how it's kind of deforming here, and you can see this bubble right along here, how that's giving. Yeah, you can see how it's kind of rotating the side rail right there, but then you look right there, it's actually tearing my rail off from the crush box from the back of the crush box where the rail meets it. It's all tearing off there. But yeah, so that's how that went. I ended up, what took me out was my throttle pedal. I got hit. I was going head on, and then I got hit in the side, and somehow in there, it actually, so I got it unstuck now, but my tranny tunnel actually folded over my throttle pedal, and it stuck it wide open. And I broke the back 2 coil packs because they shoved into the firewall. Broke the clips out of them, both sides, so I was only running on 6 for a while. But I'm gonna actually, I got new coil packs coming. I'm actually gonna relocate those forward so they can't do that again. But I was running out of real estate pretty quick. I didn't have much left in this car at that show. It was all the way in it, and my window bar actually punctured my header on the passenger side. I think I lost the radiator too, but you can see, put a nice little hole in it. But that's about all that happened. Just throttle stuck, and I didn't have coil packs at the show, so I couldn't fix it there. But I got a little mount to mount you guys to my chest or my head, whichever I decide. And I'll kind of show you guys how I go about fixing all of this. And hopefully, I don't know, you can take how I do things. I'm not saying I do it right or wrong. It's just how I go about fixing it, and how it's bending kind of deciphers how I fix it. So I guess I'll show you guys that. I'll try to anyways. I'll show you how I go about fixing this stuff. But all right, I'll be back in a second. So I got the tires pulled off, as you see. Now this is getting into more of how it bent. This is pretty bad in my opinion. It kinked here really hard, as you can see. Pushed in the front of my crush box where the edge of my plate was sitting, and you can see it tip my body mount forward. And yeah, you can see how the side rail should be about even with my finger right here, and it's over. So that's gonna be something to fix. And over here, crush box didn't rotate too bad. It looks like it was all on the front side of it where that tab is. So I don't know, everything here forward still looks good in my opinion, because this is the first time I've had the tires off of it. But all right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop it all the way down. What I like to do is drop it so the rotors touch the trailer. I'll throw a chain or two around the front bumper with chain binders, tighten it, and I'll throw a strap over the trunk. And then I like to take a ratchet strap or something to hook from like the crush box hole and hook it around the firewall to the cage, because I want to try and prevent these body mounts from being pulled out while we're pulling the front frame down, because a car without front body mounts is pretty much junk in my opinion. So I will set you guys back up and you'll see that whole process there. All right, so we got it chained down now, as you guys saw. So I just went around the front bumper. Normally I like to go around the horn and just down behind the bumper, because leverage, but on like a car like that. But this one's soft enough, it shouldn't wreck the horn pulling it down. But so I just wrapped the chain around. We got 2 binders on here to tighten the chain. I put my one strap around the crush box going to the cage. 2 straps to hold the back of the car down. They go to my tank protector, both sides. And this is how the strap's done on this side, because I've got a hole for the porta power, so I've already fixed it once. But I'm gonna set you guys back up, show you guys kind of the, I don't know, sped up version, so you'll be able to see a lot more movement a lot quicker than if I were to have you mounted on me. But all right, so all right guys, as you see, we got it started to pull down. This is getting to the point where I think I need to push it out more than anything. Driver's side's going down pretty good, but this side is just too bad right there, in my opinion. I think I'll have to start pushing it forward, and that'll help more than anything. Because as you can see, this rail was, you can see the indent of the rail on the firewall there. It's pulling them body bolts, pulling them tight. So that's why I try to put the straps there to kind of help. But so I'll get the porta power set up, pushing from the cage to the bumper, and then keep pulling it down. Well, as you can see guys, this is why I like to chain and strap my porta powers, just in case they come off like that. Well, it's definitely pushing it back out like I want. You can see it's all coming out more. I can't tell if it's just kinking my side rail again or what it's doing exactly, but I'm gonna reset all this up. I might tack weld that plate or see if I can get extensions so it touches a bumper there, but I'm going to keep going with the porta power and then we'll resume pulling it back down. Alright guys, as you see, I'm pushed it out a little more. I think I've kind of reached my limit of pushing it down and out. Right now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to take the porta power and push off of right here-ish. I'll put a big plate and tackle it to the crush box, and then I'll push from the bumper directly forward to get this out the rest of the way. And then once I do that, I'll see if I'm happy with how it's sitting, and then I'll take a different porta power and put it on the driver rail and push that one out a little more to kind of even them out, because if you can see, based off the trailer, the car's twisted pretty good right now. But I'll get it evened up. I'll move that porta power for you guys, and I'll show you kind of how I go about doing that. And I'll give you a little update before I start pushing it back out. Alright, so as you guys saw, I got this plate, tackled it to kind of the firewall-ish, and then I welded it in here to the crush box to keep it from moving. And now I got it set up to where I'm just going to be pushing directly forward, so I'll show you guys what that looks like. And as you can see, it's come out quite a ways now. It's all doing what I want it to do. The side rail looks like it's just kinking here-ish again. I don't really know how I'm going to plate this yet, but I'll show you guys probably what I do and what I figure out. But Alright guys, so I got it pulled down a little more as you saw, and I'm kind of stumped as to what I want to do currently. It looks like it actually did bend in the horns a little bit. I think the whole frame shifted my way, somewhere in here-ish, because the front horn has a little bend, I think right there. But it's definitely shifted over a little bit from like center. I think my engine's centered and it's off about an inch or two. I'm not gonna worry about that because I don't really have a way to fix that right now. But what I want to do before I put plates on it, or before I guess where I want to put plates, I think I'm gonna let the porta power off it, put the tires on, set it down, and see how it looks, frame angle and all that stuff. And then if I like how it sits, what I'll do is I'll chain it back down, put a little bit of pressure on the side rails, and pull down on the bumper, kind of like how it is now. Just a little downwards pressure when I go to put my plates on it. And that should help hold it down instead of letting it spring back as bad. But I think I'll get to it. So pretty much I set it down. This side's way back. Rails are shifted. I could use the porta power yet, but it was getting a little sketchy for my liking. So we had my buddy's Jaws hydraulic ram thing here. So I'm going to end up using that, pushing off the box forward to get it straight. And then I'm going to end up pulling it down more after that. You guys could still get away with using the porta powers and probably heat, but I don't want to use heat right now. We don't have a rosebud attachment for our torch, so I'm just going to end up using this, and hopefully it works, and I guess you guys will be the first ones to find out. Alright guys, so as you see, we got it pushed out a bit more and we got it to go down. So I guess right now I kind of hope it springs up a little bit because it's tilted pretty far, but as you can see I got a lot of mush going on here. It's kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I think I'm going to add 2 more plates per rail, so that'll make it 5 plates total per side on this car. Right now I have 1 here, 1 there, and then I have 1 on my side rail on the back side of my gusset. So on this side, I'm gonna either go top side in here to kind of help all this, or I'm gonna go down here to connect the bottom more. Other than that, I don't know. I'll have to look at it a little more. Passenger side, I have to put 1 on the bottom of the crush box because that's where it went. So it totally ate the crush box right there. It's all, as you can see, that's where it found its rotation point. And it's also tearing the back pretty good there. So I'll throw a plate on the bottom of the crush box on this side for sure to keep it from eating itself more. And then I don't know, I'll get it, throw tires on it, look at it, and figure out more of how I want it to go. I hydraulic ram definitely did its job. As you guys saw, it really pushed it forward, which is what I was struggling with. Porta power and heat would have done the same thing. With heat, you can control the bend area easier. I don't have a rosebud, which you don't need a rosebud, but I just didn't feel like heating it. So that's what I get, I guess. So I guess I'll set you guys back up on the hood of this car here and keep going. And then I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like inside the car and all that stuff and whatever. Well guys, we got it off. It's sitting a little better now. This side's kind of okay. It looks like there's not as much clearance here because I still have this plate here. But I've gained a good bit of steering clearance, I guess, so that'll help keep my wheel from getting locked up. The other side looks pretty good. Bumper's set a little more even now. Whole car's just kind of twisted, but this side has a little more than fist gap. I don't know, it's sitting pretty good. So after thinking of it a little bit better, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna do any plates yet. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna call it good on this tonight. I got it pulled down, but I think I'll wait to do my plates till it's up on the lift so I can get a better look at things and figure out more of how I want to go about putting it on, putting the plates on and where at, because then I can see on the inside of the frame what's going on in there and see how things bent a little better than just when it's on the trailer. So I guess for now, this will be it for today's video. I'll get it off in an upcoming video. I don't know if it'll be this weekend yet. Well, it'll be next week before this video is up, but I don't know when that next video will come out, but I'll show you guys what my thought process is behind putting the plates on and where I'm gonna put them and like kind of why I'm putting the stuff where I am to try and help prevent, I don't know, bending in certain ways. But I guess that's a good start. I'll show you guys how things have changed inside the car. So as you remember, this put a hole in that header all the way down there, and my coils were inside the firewall, which they are not anymore. You can see the gap from there to there, and you know, it was about touching here, and now it's not. So I guess, and then, I don't know. So I guess that's where we'll stop this video on. And see, that's the indent from the coil. That's where the coil is now. So I guess I'll show you guys in an upcoming video of what it looks like, how I go about plating things. So I guess let me know if you guys like this style of video. I'm trying something different. I want to kind of get people more in depth on how we do things and how to fix a car that should have been cut up to get another run or two out of it. I know this is only for a cleanup show, but when you guys get fresh bone stock cars out there and they bend pretty aggressively right away, kind of gives you a better understanding of what you can fix. I know it's not going to be great, but you just have to know that going out there. You can't just go cross-track people right away and expect it to hold up amazing, because your car's already hurting and you're here just to try and prevent it from bending really aggressively. Next time, you can kind of just, I don't know, you put all this work and time into a car and this will get you another run out of it. But so I guess please like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see more of. Thanks.